Between the excitement is everything. I'm Mitch. This is Mitch Reviews Everything, and today I'll be doing another beer review. I'll be reviewing this Equis Lager Especial. I don't know how to hold the can, apparently, but there you have it. There it is, 12 fluid ounce can. Usually they come in. You typically see these in the green bottle, is like how most people see them on the ads or whatever. But they do put it in a can. It's actually much cheaper in my area in a can. It's about $5 to $6 cheaper for a 12-pack in can instead of the green bottle. Kind of feel like I made a mistake buying this in can for a review, but maybe we'll revisit it later down the line. Most everybody's familiar with the Equis, or if you drink beer or don't drink beer, because they aggressively advertise this. They had that famous ads that they used to run about the most interesting man on the planet, and when he drank beer, he drank the Equis. So, like I said, 12 fluid ounce can, 4.2 alcohol by volume. This started in craft in 1897. The two X's celebrate the coming of the new century there at the time. Let's see, 131 calories. It's not too bad. It says enjoy responsibly XX. One thing I want to point out, if you can see it, they got on the tab here is what I'm referring to. They have two stamped out X's on the tab. I really enjoy that. I think that's really cool. But let's get to it. I'm sure a lot of people have had this beer. I actually, surprisingly, getting that all over my leg. That's fine. I'll smell like beer the rest of the day. Why not? I surprisingly have never had Dos Equis. I had Dos Equis, their amber ale, about 6 years ago in a hotel room in Oklahoma City. Years and years ago, but I never actually tried their Lager Especial. I can smell it from here. This is a rather heavily smelling lager. It's pretty clear. I mean, it's hard to tell with all the carbonation. This can was pretty darn cold. There's a good amount of carbonation coming up, and it pours, of course, nice golden color there with a white head and maybe a finger and a half finger worth of head on that. Let's give it a smell. There is a buttery cracker smell to this immediately. Like a nice, smells like a golden round or whatever those crackers are called that I can't remember the name of the company, but golden rounds or whatever. They're just a regular plain cracker, like that you typically you'd probably put cheese on them or whatever. There's also this beer has that summer beer kind of smell to me. Maybe that's personal, maybe it's not. So beers that they put out special for summer release have this kind of like buttery kind of flavor smell to it. And I think that goes along with that. Very little hoppy smell at all. Now, and then there's like a sweet, like a slow sweetness smell to it. It smells pretty good, but let's give it a try. So you can easily see why this beer does very well. One, their ad campaigns are fantastic. Even though, for some reason, even though I enjoyed it, it never really got me to buy their beer. It goes down fairly well easy. It has this, I don't want to say, like, there is like a ferment, like, obviously it's beer, but there's like a weird sour, it tastes like it has this weird sourness to it that I can't describe. It has like a biscuity flavor, A little bit of sweetness, just like the smell. It tastes just like it smells, or it smells just like the way it tastes. How does that go? I don't know. So, anyways, it has that like biscuit butter kind of flavor with the sweetness, and then there's like a pungent kind of flavor in the backdrop there. Like it's just like this like slight punginess, um, but it's good, man. It goes down easy. It's light mouthfeel. I mean, the alcohol volume in this I really enjoy. You know, if you're drinking beer every day or you're having a beer when you get home and you don't want to go too far with it, you can drink a couple of these. 4.2 alcohol volume. That's really, really nice. I really enjoy that. I wouldn't drink this as my everyday beer due to the cost. It's an imported beer to here in the U.S. The cost isn't, I don't think the cost is worth it. I enjoy a lot of other lagers more than this. And I'll name a few. This is another import, but Tiger Asian lager. If I was gonna pay what I paid for this, I would drink Tiger Asian lager. You know, you gotta be kind of economical sometimes when you buy a lot of beer, especially when you do a lot of beer reviews. So from what you drink every day. But if I was gonna pay, Tiger Asian lager and Dos Equis are about the same price. For a 12 pack. You're looking at $16, which isn't that great, all things considered. If I was going to drink something else that's domestic in this category that's cheaper, I'm probably going to go with, like, I'd rather be drinking a Hams. Much rather be drinking a Hams. It's far cheaper. It's literally less than half the cost. You're looking at a 12 pack of Hams in a can, which I don't think it comes in bottles, for $6. I mean, $6 even, and it's a good beer. And it tastes better. It's cheaper, but it also tastes better to me. It doesn't have that pungent. It isn't bad, but there's this weird, musty, pungent taste to this. And I'm not complaining about this at all. There's very little hoppiness, if you're wondering, and it's not very bitter, but there's this pungent kind of flavor to it. And honestly, one beer that will compare it with another Mexican beer, I'd rather be drinking a Pacifica. I think that's how you say it. I'd much rather be drinking one of those than a Dos Equis. So all in all, it's not my favorite beer, but it's not a bad beer, all things considered. It's pretty good. If you want to check it out, it's worth buying, maybe down at a restaurant or whatever. But hey, I'd love to be drinking this in Mexico. That'd be cool. I'm Mitch. It's been Mitch Reviews Everything. I will see you again.